We're back, and we are looking for a husband. Today we are here in the record store because we love a man who likes music.
Already gave you the time.
Married men make great lovers to single women. It is not the responsibility of a single woman to keep a marriage monogamous. If a married man has resources that can benefit a single woman and he is willing to give them to a single woman, it is her responsibility to take said benefits in order to create the life that makes sense for her.
Elite male rules. Never date your friend's ex. Always have your boy's back in public. Never repeat something another man told you in confidence. Always let the boys know before you call it a night. Never let a friend go home with someone sketchy. Always tell your boys the truth before someone else does. Never go for a girl your friend had feelings for, even if nothing happened. Be the kind of man that your boy would trust with his wife, his kids, and his life.
All these modern women, they're going to keep on yapping. They keep on yapping, and they're going to burn themselves out talking silly. And then they're going to be looking for a good man.
Life is tough for a man. It is a hard world for a man.
Yeah.
And for them to wake up every single day and still push through it, you all do not get enough credit.
You really do not get enough credit.
Yeah.
For you to get up every day and constantly be grinding, constantly be proving yourself as a man, constantly be challenged by other men, by other prideful men.
And then prideful women on top of that, masculine women who genuinely try to manipulate these men.
Respect to the men who don't let any of that break them.
7 ways to set boundaries. I'm unavailable during that time, but would love to find time that works for both of us. I'd prefer not to, but I'd love XYZ instead. I want you to know that I care about you and your feelings, but I'm not in a place where I can handle this. I'm not ready to talk about this right now, but I appreciate you wanting to be there for me. It makes me uncomfortable when you comment on my appearance or personal life choices. Please refrain from doing so. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I won't be able to do that. I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't like that. I don't feel ready for that yet.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
What's your type? Can you approach me?
Yeah, that's so true.
Me? I'll give you eye contact, but it's just like, I gave you 3 seconds, maybe half a second, but like, you should know that that's enough. Like, that is the welcome in. Like, that should be it. That's just like, if I look at you and I look away and like, you can't smile to me. You have to like make sure you don't really smile too much. Cause then that's cringe. That's like, you might as well be approaching them. If now you walk up to me, it's like, okay, you passed the first test. If your stands there for another half an hour,
one thing that modern women have to understand is that men didn't stop trying. They just quit messing around with you is really what it is.
I realized that he wanted to be respected and I wanted to feel loved.
Yeah.
And when he didn't feel respected, he'd withhold love.
Mm-hmm.
And when I didn't feel loved, I wouldn't be as respectful.
Yeah.
Then we would withhold from each other what the other one needed. And so it just paints a picture of being like, if you want harmony in your relationship, you give respect to your man.
Yeah.
Because it's not based on a feeling, and the love isn't based on a feeling either.
Yeah.
I have to give my husband respect regardless of how I feel, and he has to give me love regardless of how he feels in the moment, whether we feel it or not.
I would not make a broad-based thing of saying you should or shouldn't move in together. It's very situationally specific. It's a multivariate equation. It has a lot to do with the nature of the relationship, the nature of where each of you was living previously, what your economic status is, what your employment obligations are, when you see each other, where you live.
Moving into Manhattan versus Ohio?
Right, so how do you have like a blanket rule where you say you should never this, you should always this? Like, it's such a broad preposition, and it's a one-size-fits-all approach to them. I mean, that's what I said about Kevin O'Leary when he said it. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a broad-based thing that you're just saying prescriptively as if it was, fundamentally true for everyone in this situation.
Quick update on my 40 plus singles event sign up form that I posted a couple of days ago. The response has been crazy. So thank you so much to everyone that has signed up. And I'm always going to keep it real with you. There's still a big ratio difference. Women are outnumbering the men so far. So men, you're dragging your feet. If you're 40 plus and single and want to attend an event where other beautiful 40 plus single women are looking to meet you, please sign up. It takes 1 minute. The last thing I will do is have an event where the ratios are off. I always try to keep it 50-50. We're going to make it happen. Have an event planned out by like May or June, but I need the ratio of men to go up. Ladies, I see you, I hear you, and let's make this happen.
You know, and once modern women understand that I don't want to read your list anymore, I don't want to feed into your delusion and your feelings of grandeur, maybe we'll have something. Maybe you'll have some self-awareness.
Baby, let me tell you something. A good man will make you forget that your heart was ever broke. But let me tell you something else about a good man. A good man will walk away and leave your ass where you stand. If you think he's going to let you take advantage of him, if you think he's going to let you misuse him, if you think that he is going to let you take him for granted, understand what I'm saying. See, baby, just because he hasn't left yet doesn't mean he won't leave you. Okay? Don't think you got that much power and that man is out of his mind to the point where he will not walk away from your ass. Because, baby, he will. And guess what? You heard it here first. Yeah.
I must be pretty weak-willed because all it took was falling in love with a man, and now I'm like, not really. I mean, I'm a feminist, but like, kind of. I don't really need my maiden name. I don't really need it. I like your last name better anyway. Like, I'll just take that. I know he can do his own laundry. I know that he can clean the house, but I want to do it for him. I want to cook all his meals. I want to make sure he's getting all his whole grains, all his vegetables. I want to make sure he's getting all that protein. He has not asked any of this of me. It just kind of naturally kicks in, like these instincts just kind of come out of like, oh, now I have to take care of you when you're sick. Oops, I made you breakfast and it fits all of your dietary requirements. My bad. I think I got possessed by a housewife. Is that what happens?
I guess feminism has its limits.
Modern women want men to be traditional for traditional's sake, for tradition's sake, or just continue to do it just because that's what men have always done. No, we're not going to continue doing that. Absolutely not.
We stopped slapping, so they forgot that they don't have the strength of a man.
Right. Yeah, I think it's good that we stopped slapping.
I don't know about that.
Oh, man.
I would like to slap.
I'm looking at all these women fight men online. I was like, why?
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you stop slapping them, and the female ego is ridiculous. But I mean, these women, like, they literally think what they see in the movies is real. I'm not saying just go around smack random women.
Yeah.
I'm saying you start acting like you want to get in someone's face. All it takes is one smack to realize you're not as strong as a man.
When I grew up, I used to see my father hit my mom, and I hated it. So I was like, you know what? I'm never going to do that anymore.
And now your wife's out of control.
Oh my gosh.
The whole bare minimum versus princess treatment trend, it's cute to watch, but honestly, it's getting unrealistic. Opening the car door, bare minimum. Carrying my bag, bare minimum. Holding my hair scrunchy, bare minimum. Seriously. And I genuinely want to ask these women, do you not have hands to do your basic things? Yes, it's sweet if a partner does this. Chivalry, care, kindness, all of that is beautiful. And they should help when you genuinely need it, like if your hands are full or you're tired or they just want to spoil you. But expecting them to do this every single day, that's not bare minimum, that's extra. And half the people who are posting these do not really have a life like that. It's just curated content to set unrealistic standards. Every relationship is different. Every person gives love differently. Your partner isn't bare minimum just because he's not following Instagram aesthetic checklist.
Most of these guys out here aren't really broken. They're just fed up. They're just tired of the nonsense. You know, it's just foolish. It's not a lot of foolishness going on, and the men are like, wow, wait a minute. Why am I in the middle of this when I can just go home?
I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. You can't expect that man to ask you to be his wife if he ain't never even asked you to be his girlfriend. You can't expect that man to plan a proposal and he ain't never even planned a date. You can't expect that man to even want to marry you when you done already moved him in your crib and he getting everything that he would get if y'all were married. Why would he buy the cow when he can get the milk for free? Well, I'm just saying, slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Because in the beginning, it feels great. Oh, I got my man. Years go down the line. You done bear children. It's been so many years now. You waiting on him to make the next move. He ain't never had to make no move. You done did it all. You done did it all. You done told him y'all was together. He never asked. You told him y'all was together. You done moved him in. Slow down.
The thing modern women understand is that if you want a man that's chivalrous and traditional, maybe not even traditional, but chivalrous, generous is really what you mean. There has to be some sort of respect. There has to be some sort of reciprocity, right? Coming from your end too.
If this is all guys, this many are running up to every woman they like. This many are running up to every woman. This many are running up to every woman they like. This many will never approach a woman. And the rest of us, we wait for the right moment. And we're not very good at judging when is the right moment. We also don't know what to do when we've decided it's the right moment, which is why you guys constantly experience guys coming up to you and doing So we then ask, okay, with this group of men, should women start being more proactive?
All right, single man, I want to hear from you. Me and my friend were in a conversation the other day, and we were talking about the current status of single men and why many of you 35 and older are still single. And we came to the conclusion that most men nowadays see women as a liability and no longer an asset. And yes, it could be from a past relationship, trauma, drama, but nonetheless, that's how you see women. But hey, I don't want to assume. I want to hear your reason as to why you are single. Is it because you are still getting over your past relationship? Is it because you are just taking time to work on yourself? Is it because you just can't find a good woman or the woman that you are looking for? Or have you just lost all faith in women?
If a man watches all of his stuff go out the door, I lose friends, I lose my house, I lose a whole bunch of stuff. Why would I continue to risk that? That's the type of stuff that you have to look at and be like, oh, well, maybe it isn't worth it for a man after all.
This is why good men, number one, got off social media, and number two, stopped asking you out. What does the text say on this one? On my way to another date as a straight woman, fully aware no man alive can meet the level of emotional depth I expect. So I'll just bully him in the entire date for fun. This is why guys stopped asking you out. This is why guys stopped dating you. This is why guys stopped approaching you in bars, and now you're having a tantrum about it because you waste their time. You waste their time. You go on the date on their dime. You're rude. You sit, you lecture them, you eat the food and drink the drink that they provide and get all tipsy and then go out for your after party, and you treat it like you have done something amazing that then you boast about, that you used him, essentially.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? Please shout out to the guys who are confident enough.
Because you guys call them creeps. You guys scream at them. Yeah, I've seen that one before. I've seen many of those before. Because you guys won't give them the time of day. And then you complain about why they won't approach you anymore. You guys also became a problem more than you guys became peaceful. Men are not putting up with that type of drama anymore. And women have gotten way too in touch with their masculine energy that it's just not worth it anymore. We are doing far too much, and this is why men are tired. We need to be feminine in order for them to approach us. That's why.
147,000 people have watched my video on why I never want to live with a man again, and a little over 7,000 here on the top. Apparently Insta's picking up what I'm putting down. But the interesting part about that is the comment section, because the comment section here and over there is majority of the women are chiming in with their same things and why they don't want to live with a man, or why they quit dating, or why they got divorced. And then you have the men's comments. And the men don't have anything good to say. The men don't have anything intelligent to say. So normally they just drivel on about my looks or how I can't get a man. It's quite amusing. But I say all that to say this. If you want to learn why women are opting out, go read the comments. It is all spelled out right there for you. You can really learn a lot if you stop making derogatory comments and just learn to read.
Are men intimidated by strong women or just uninterested?
They hate y'all. They're intimidated. If they not on it, you make them feel like a bitch. You make them feel like a bum. You make them question their own masculinity. Real shit. In a society where men are supposed to be the providers, what do you mean you're the provider in this situation? I don't feel like a man. So how that's going to translate is they're going to pop up into your life and they're going to start demeaning you. They're going to start belittling you, telling you shit, and hitting at your self-esteem in other areas because they know they can't compete with you in your finances. Don't like that, and that's only because of the societal programming that men are supposed to be over women in a financial standpoint, when that's not the truth. Like what I said in some of my other videos, all because you have a business and you know how to make money and all this other stuff doesn't make you this mean mass bitch. That just means you know how to take care of yourself. But an instant is not gonna like that because it's struggling taking care of himself.
I agree that dating in Australia is just not it. Why are you guys all so shy? I didn't realise coming from the UK just how confident the men there are. And in comparison, there is no urgency with the men here whatsoever. I feel like guys just don't make the first move here, which is a little bit disappointing when you are very sick. I feel like in general Australians are just a lot more laid back, but if you guys could be a little less laid back when it comes to dating, that would be great. Has anyone else experienced this or...
Emotional! Here we go, comparing Australian guys to English guys once again. Just because you come to a new country doesn't mean all the guys have to like you. I don't understand why this is rocket science. How come he can't self-assess? He doesn't find you that attractive. And I know it's a shock to hear that. The Australian guys are humbling you so you can reassess and focus on reality. You need to make a move. Yeah, I know you're used to in the UK, guys always doing it your way, but send him a text, go over, or maybe grinding him in the club. You need to do something. Like the UK guys better in their urgency, why don't you just go back there then? Go back to England and get yourself a jolly old chap. But instead you don't want to do that. You want to complain about Aussie guys. Good luck.
Most male friendships today are built off of ego mirroring, and this results in them being incapable of genuinely connecting with a woman because ego mirroring does not actually equate to emotional intimacy. Ego mirroring is when your relationship is built off of reflecting each other's accomplishments or status. So this shows up when men talk about their gym gains or the women they've pulled or their accomplishments at work, but they never dig into each other's inner world. They mirror each other's egos as a form of connection. And this happens because inside of patriarchy, men are taught that their value comes from their performance. And so their male friendships become these bubbles of self-image management. Then these men try to have partnerships with women, and ego mirroring just doesn't work because real intimacy, real emotional connection requires vulnerability, and ego mirroring has never taught that. These men often end up feeling alone, both when they're with friends or when they're with their female partner, because they simply have not developed the skill to emotionally connect. And it's just another reason why we're seeing this massive divide in the dating world.
What you need to realize about men is that if they do not feel like they are at a place where they can financially support you at the level that you already do for yourself or even more, they will likely not pursue you. Especially true if the guy really respects you and thinks highly of you and sees how much of a bad you are, because they are petrified of rejection more than women, arguably. They do not want to put themselves in a position where they already feel like they already know that they are not at the place in life that they want to be. And on top of that, if they were to come towards you and you're like their dream girl that they respect so much and you reject them, like that would hurt their ego so bad. Plus, they also, if they respect you, see your worth, see how amazing you are, and see that they are not yet in a life stage where they can provide to you in a way that they know you deserve. So if you are confused about a guy that, like, you know there's a connection, but you're like, why aren't they pursuing me? It might be because they actually respect you so much and they do not want to pursue you because they know that you deserve way better.
Why are we acting like being approached is some kind of crime now? Like, relax. If a guy comes up to you and says, hey, I think you're cute, or asks if you're single, that's not harassment. That's a human being trying. And I'm not saying every approach is okay. No, some men are creepy. Some situations are uncomfortable. I get that. But let's be honest for a second. Some of you are turning the most normal interaction into, oh my God, he approached me. I was just sitting there. Okay. And, like, what do you want him to do? Send you a calendar invite? If you're not interested, just say no and move on. You don't need to act like you were just attacked. Because you know what it's giving? It's giving ego. Acting like you're above basic human interaction, I don't think that's attractive at all. And men, since you're not off the hook either, if someone rejects you, take it and go. Stop getting bitter. Stop making comments. Stop acting like she missed out. She was just not interested. That's it. Rejection is part of the game. If you can't handle that, don't play. Because this whole dynamic right now is just so weird. One side is overreacting for validation, the other one is taking rejection personally, and both are screaming emotional immaturity. Like, can we bring back normal human behavior? Respectful approach, clear rejection, everyone moves on with their life. That's it. It's not that deep.
He doesn't want to be in a relationship with anyone. That's a real thing. A lot of times, because he's still hurt, because he's still experienced. Because see, what do you think about men? Men hurt too, y'all. Men have issues, and everything. All of the reasons why a man doesn't want to be in a relationship with you has nothing. It doesn't always have to be he has a nefarious type of intention. All right. Some of it is he's got trauma because y'all, it's some women out here doing some foul too. It's some women out here doing things that are not. You make no mistake about it. They out here cheating too, just as much as men. If you don't believe me, I am the relationship coach on a show called Unfaithful Caught in the Act. And believe me, a lot of the women out here cheating too. And so many men don't want to be in a relationship because they haven't healed. All right, because they're afraid too. They've been hurt too. It's a lot of men out there. And then what a lot of women do is they call these men who are good to them simps. They call these men and they try to use them. You try to use the man and he's a simp because he want to treat you good. He's a simp because he ain't trying to come over every night. He's a simp because he wants to help you with take care of something. He's a simp because he want to cut your grass. And then you ain't into him. You're not into him. You into this.
Hey, I'm gonna head out. Meeting some friends for basketball.
Again? You just saw them last weekend.
Yeah, it's Sunday. We play Sundays.
And what about us? When do we get quality time?
We've been together all morning.
Sitting on the couch isn't quality time, Ethan.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I don't know. Something. Plan something.
Like what?
That's the point. You should just know. Be spontaneous.
You want me to spontaneously plan something?
Other guys take their girlfriends on dates. Real dates.
I planned dinner last Tuesday. Made a reservation and everything.
That Italian place? Ethan, we've been there 3 times.
Because you said you liked it.
I do, but you could be more creative.
So you want me to plan more, but different, but somehow already know what you want.
It's called effort.
Right, effort. When's the last time you planned something for us?
I planned that picnic in May.
That was 8 months ago.
I'm busy. I have a lot going on.
And I don't?
It's different. Guys are supposed to pursue, even in a relationship.
Pursue, like court you, constantly.
Keep the spark alive, yeah.
And what are you doing to keep the spark alive?
I'm here, aren't I?
That's the bar? Presence?
I support you. I listen.
You told me my job was boring last week.
I was joking.
And my friends are immature.
Some of them are.
But you want me to put in more effort.
Yes, to make me feel special.
While you exist?
Wow, so that's how you see me?
I see someone with CEO expectations and intern energy.
That's cruel. You're really just gonna leave?
Yeah. I need a break from the performance review.
I really don't. I see so many women whose dream is to have a child with a black man, or they just want a black man more than anything else. When they date white men, they'll talk about what do you expect? It's not the same. They're not sitting there having conversations with their white guy and saying, "Can I get a hall pass for a Chinese man?" They're not saying that. Black man of choice. They will usually choose black women.
Yeah.
They usually will choose black women, or if they go to other races, it's because she has black women features. It's not really because. So they love their blackness. It's just that we all love your blackness. I think it's not really about black men. I think it's the appeal they have and the testosterone. And I really think it boils down to masculinity. They exude more testosterone and masculinity than other races. So they become universally desired by women. Now, this is not all women. I'm just saying in general, they have more. You could travel to any country. You join Tinder, girls will match with you. It's any country. Now, if you do that same thing as like a Pakistani man or as a Vietnamese man, you don't have the same luck.
And this is precisely why certain groups of men have to insult, threaten, and degrade their own women because those women seem to have an inclination for black men. Listen, if you're the superior race, you should not have to degrade your woman for choosing a different race of man. Maybe you're not the superior race. Maybe you know you're not the superior choice. And that's why you babble to lobby your woman to keep her within your household, when in actual fact, she wants to go black. Peace to the same.
Many women talk about high standard these days, but if we're being honest, some people it simply mean I expect a man pour into my life while I show up with little effort or growth. So you want a man who is responsible, financially stable, faithful, emotionally aware, and strong in leadership. Yet you struggle with accountability, hard conversation. You expect the man to just understand you without explaining yourself clearly. Is he a magician? Sis, that's not partnership. That is emotional laziness. You want him to provide, lead, protect, reassure you, and regulate all your emotions, all at the same time. Sis, how about now? So you say you value emotional maturity, but anytime they correct you, you become defensive. You say you want peace, yet you keep choosing men who bring confusion to your life and emotional stress because calmness feel unfamiliar. Then again, you say you want a very strong man. Okay, you want a strong man, but you don't cooperate when he wants to lead. You don't want to be guided. You don't want to be corrected. You want authority without alignment. That's not high standard though. That's entitlement. See, real standard is not about what you list on paper. They are about who you are becoming in private when no one is watching. If you ask me, if you want emotional maturity, deal with your own resolved wounds. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, bring the substance. If you want leadership, strong man, be a woman that makes leadership easy. Good men still exist though, but some of them will never choose you because even you are not prepared for the kind of man that you're asking for. Well, here's my big sis advice to you. Build your standards on character, not on fantasy. Because your entitlement, when it is packaged as an empowerment, is not self-confidence, so they're deceiving you. It's self-deception. So my ladies, save this so that you can come back to it or share it with a woman who has been misled.
You know, entitlement with a lot of these modern women is really loud. You can hear the entitlement from down the street, from a mile away, from 3 miles away, until the men say, I'm going quietly. You know, in church, they do that number. They go ahead and let themselves out until they quietly walk out the room. And then all that talking that you're doing don't really mean nothing. But it would have been your fault. Because you did all that loud talking and you don't got no substance to you. They ain't got nothing going for you.